Okay. I'm stoned as fuck, so that makes it oh, it makes it so much fun. So okay, this has been laying around for like a month, and I keep like when I make a video, I go, oh man, I didn't do the thing. So okay, there's a birdie's nest. So I'm out there working when I was cleaning up all them weeds and shit, and then I found three of these, right? And this is like the third one, but the second one I almost stopped myself, but the third one I got it. Like okay, so they all got this. They were all the same way, but there's the plastic from the other ones, but I screwed them up. You know, I was like, oh, next because they're like in the middle of all the crap I'm dealing with. I'm like, oh shit, and but then there was like I was like hoping there'd be another one. That's cool though, you know, because they were all the same way, you know. But the fucking rats, like they do shit like that. They do shit like that too. They're real fucking smart. Anyway, so is that the only thing in here? That's the only thing about being stoned is being stupid, but it does make it more fun. Stupid's fun, I guess. Oh, look. Can you tell? I shouldn't be doing this, I think, but then on the way in, I go, no, show it through the window. It's I just put that stuff up. I mean, I haven't even gotten used to walking by here and smiling and going, because it's been such a fucking mess out there, you know? And I never really think I'd ever get so far, like all around, because I have to do the driveway and all that I would get. But then all this, I got a lot of stuff. Like, see the way she, can you tell? Yeah. See the way she does the entrance? Like, depending on the heat, depending on a bunch of stuff, she'll move it in and out. She like like I do. She regulates the airflow. Like, and she insulates, like, see, with the insulation on there, it'll get cool at night. And then as it gets hot out here, the insulation will keep the cold in there for, like, it gets too hot and she comes and lays here on her belly. And she just lets me look at her, you know. She's like, fuck that. She's like, you know, fucking hot as shit. But she got to get out of here. It gets too hot up here. But she'll stay in there, like, it also keeps it cool, and then it holds the cold air from the night, you know, longer than out here. It'll get hot out here, and it'll still be cool in there. But then when it gets hot in there, she'll come, or I see her. She'll lay at the entrance sometimes, or she'll go in these pipes. Or she'll come out and hide from me. But she regulates the airflow there. She pulls it in and out all the. I mean, she's always doing something different. But she did that last year too. It's cool as shit. It's like, is that like me? Am I like that kind of like, or is she the influence? But she does the same shit I do. But I was doing it before she got here. So okay, I don't think there's really nothing to show, but what's over there? Same old weedy, but that's catnip. No, yeah, that's catnip. Not that one. That one. But there's a lot of that over there. It's like we had some when Cindy, you know, because she had all her cats, and then it like disappeared. You know, like didn't get taken. Like around here, it's whatever can survive. Or with the succulents, keep me interested enough to stay with them. But they'll pop up now and then. Like I won't see them for years, but yeah, I guess they're growing in the bushes and the weeds, and then it'll pop back up again. I'll show you as we walk. Oh yeah, cool. I probably go too fast. Everything in here is just the same. While I planted all them, the ones from the inside, so I could shut the light off and see how they do. Those are leaves that fell off planting this year. But I mean, I don't understand. Because when I first started, it took me a year and a half to get any of this shit to grow, and then it it just does stuff that doesn't make sense. And it's like, why didn't it work then? And I think it's because they got this magic thing, you know. You have to get be approved, and then they start growing. Well, you got like you growing them, or you and them growing them. Like their spirits here, or it ain't. Tomato. I'm starting to get overrun with them. This is the leftover coffee I showed you I bought. 20 pounds. It just got here. I got here earlier, and I keep forgetting to bring it in. And then I said, well, put the tomato on it, then I won't forget it. And I got inside, I was like, yep, walked right by it. But, so I was thinking, like, I picked up the phone to start the video, and I was like, oh, I got to take a piss first. And I said, well, take her on the piss and talk. And then, I kind of laughed to myself for a second, like if I was going to do it. Actually, I was thinking maybe I'll do it next time, give it some thought. And then I was like, oh, well, you're fucking, and you would laugh if I thought that I was going to messing with your head, because you done toured in the van with all the guys. So, but see, the only reason I'm saying it is because, like, right. So that's some normal, intimate thing. I'm not going to show you my dick peeing. I'll just be in there, like, see if I can pull it off for myself, you know, like what you do on stage. You know, I can go in, take a pee, and just keep on talking, though, you know. Like if we was on the van, and then you know, and I'm like your engineer or something, and then I go in, we're talking, and man, we're fucking getting ready for a big show and shit. And I got to take a pee. I just keep talking while I'm peeing, you know, because everybody peeing crap together in the van. And I was like, maybe that's a way we could connect, you know, at a more intimate level and shit. And I said, oh, I got to tell her that. That's a good one, you know, to tell Robert Reich that one. Oh, I've walked like maybe a mile and a half, probably more like a mile and a quarter, and moving crap around. I'll show you. But I got the bottles. I got 6 colors, 12 bottles. 24 bottles. And then I'm getting 48 Cobalt. I think they're bigger. These are more like beer bottle size. And I think they're wine bottle size. I forget. And then tomorrow, I got a local bar, and he said he'd set me a can aside. So I'm going to start getting all kind of cool bottles from the bar. Because I was just thinking, you know, because I'll tell you what I'm going to do later, but the idea was these bottles and the other ones, but it's like $200 worth of bottles. And then it's like, yeah, but that'll just to make the design. Then I'm gonna fill in with rock. I had limited abilities with the amount I had, and I was like, well, go to the bar and get a bunch of fucking beer bottles, brown and clear, green, and it got some blues now. And then I forgot all about liquor bottles. But when I walked into the bar, I was like, oh, because there's a lot of cool liquor bottles. Okay. Oh shit. But anyway, and so I'm painful today because I went and got that, like, I don't know, half a mile away with the hand cart, and walked it back here from the little old lady that I gave the flowers. Remember I told you about that? And her like daughter was kind of bitchy, so I sent her flowers because the daughter thought I was like homeless, and because she told me she wanted to get rid of it. I'd asked her about it, and it's like, yeah, it's junky, you know, and she doesn't use it no more, and it's been sitting in her yard for 20 years, like off to the side and not handled. So anyway, so I mean, this is the only one they had when I went in. Well, see, because they just throw them in with all the other garbage. and this one was on top, and he washed it off. He looked at me funny. I wouldn't ask him to do it. You know, he's like, he just did. He's the nicest little guy too, man. A little Mexican or something. You know, one of them brown people. But he was real nice, and he's gonna set me aside I'll go tomorrow. He put a special bin aside to put them all in. But I looked at the liquor bottles on the wall, and it's like some cool ones who would have some cool, you know, different kinds of bottoms on them. So I want to use them like bricks, like this. That's why I put them there. I did all this because to show it off and to get it done. It's like the showing off was the carrot, you know, because I was like, oh man, this shit's gonna be cool. I mean, well, I didn't know, but anyway. So they're gonna be like bricks. I'll build a wall of glass bricks, and then, but they'll be like dirt in between. Like it would be like bricks, but I'm not using concrete because you don't need to, or I'll find out I have to. But I'm pretty sure I've done a lot of this shit and I've gotten good at it. So it'll be all kind of different stuff. But the motif with the bottles I'm buying is going to be diamond, clubs, spades, hearts. And they'll all be lit up, of course. So it'll come up like this. And then, but this is not a bench though. Because see, it can't, if I did concrete, it could be a bench. But the way I'm doing it is then it would just, it'll be do not fuck with this or Bobby will take the dogs off the leash and point at you type of thing. Oh, see? Yeah, but see, the poker, I wish it was a little bigger, but I got another one, another skull, and then I got a gnome with cards and shit, but it ain't got here yet. But I can put anyway, you know. So, and then this can be decorated, and then this comes up however far with the designs inside it. And then this, here's the fucking 21 table or poker table. And then I just got that. Okay, see, I walk all the way back with this thing. And the little old lady, we talked for a long time and stuff. And then I brought it back on the hand cart. And across the street, I wasn't even going to, but the traffic was just going and going. I was like, oh, fuck it. And I just left it sitting by the road and went and looked. I was like, won't be nothing there. You know, it's Monday. They cleaned it all, you know, like, and I look and it's like, oh shit, there's that. And I was like, oh fuck. And I'm like, but this was like a test. Pushing my leg. Like I only went by her house because I was fucking, why? Because I went on a really, I wanted to go down to that bar. Well, I went up to the bar up there. And she was nasty. She was having a bad day. So then I rode down to the other, well, I got a friend who runs a bar down there, but that place was gone. So I went in the other bar. But I went down there about the bottles, but she's on the way. So I stopped. I just rode down her street and she's out there fucking pulling weeds. The lady that had like the heart attack or something in the surgery, and I went back to talk to her, and her whatever daughter got mad or something, or not mad, she was just like, she thought I was homeless. I don't blame her, just thought I was homeless and shit. So then I sent the little old lady like $100 bouquet of flowers delivered, you know, like I ordered it delivered, just, you know, to help my little old lady friend out, you know, make her feel good. So then I get back, and so then I go check while I said this, because the traffic was just going and going. I said, fuck it, just go look. And I just poked my head like, okay, there's nothing there. And this is all the way around back on the back wall. And I was like, holy crap. And I'm like, but that's the point. See, the big bicycle ride down there to get the bottles and to her house was like the biggest bicycle ever. That's the biggest ride I've done in a long, long time. Because I used to go like up the giant hill. I used to go ride all the time. I'd ride miles and miles up and down big hills and shit. just getting fucking strong. And so it was a test, you know, and it went real good on the bike. So then I was okay. I'm gonna go get this with the cart, and I'm getting back, and it was tough, but it's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna wake up feeling better tomorrow. Then I see that. It's like, fuck, man. It's like, even if it's still there in an hour, the kids will break that. Not really, but if they saw it, they probably would. Some of them would, unless they've gotten in trouble for it and not doing it now. So then I had to bring that over, which it's pretty heavy, and there was a lot of traffic. But and then my whole idea came. So then I got 4 of each of those chairs, and these ain't really worth a crap structurally, but I can change that. Shit, I could probably put the 2 of them together. Well, I mean, you know what I mean. But that's bad. I'm so fucking into this, you know. The whole thing, and the gardens, the tomatoes. They're fucking... I'm gonna have too many tomatoes very soon. Like, no, these fucking neighbors, man. That's like, if they would be friendly, then I could say, yeah, good, pick all you want. It's like, yeah, then it'll go to waste and shit. And I ain't gotta fuck with them. But they never talk. Well, that's alright. I mean, that's their business. But they're probably looking at it and wish they could have someone. So, well, just say hi. I'm not gonna talk to you. Because then you'll be like, you know, we don't want to be bothered. I was like, exactly. Just steal them. But anyway, groovy. Let me see. Tomorrow I go get the bottles, and if he gives me a whole bunch, I'm gonna need a lot though, ain't it? It's gonna fucking be a lot. I don't know why. It's like putting this in. It's like I realize how big it is, and for enough bottles for bricks and shit, I'm gonna have to do a bunch of designs, but to find some other bars and get better at the bicycle so I can go riding around getting fucking bottles or figure something else out. And I got these, like I just put these down here. I mean, I already had these, but I put them down here, you know, because like in case I notice something, because those can be functional or just look cool. A nice fucking addition. Okay, I hope that was as good for you as it was for me. Man, look at it! Yeah, but I mean, the whole thing, it's still the same plan. That's why I had to lay it all out here. To see how much I've got to build the gazebo around it. You know? That's a lot of space. So I have to think about it. Yeah, but it'll be a while before I start having to build all around it. But I got to put a floor in and I got to think about like what kind of floor for the chairs and shit. Because the other floor I was thinking, well, I just have to percolate on it. Oh yeah, that could be cool. Yeah. Have the kind of floor just where the tables go, like dedicated. Yeah, too, I was thinking if I put all that stuff on caster wheels too. Like little drop down one, little, you know, like caster wheels that come down and go back up, and a kind of floor they'll move around good on. I was thinking that too, that I might, because the tables would just get worked into the structure for me. I like it all tight and connected. But then if I put them on caster wheels, and I could still, but see, that would add to the structure too. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I think I just love it the way it is. And this is just the start. And I got a lot of cool shit, even if like Donald Trump or Hunter Biden, yeah, man, you ain't allowed to do that no more, man, because you don't agree with us or something. I still got enough to do it really cool, just with what I got, to keep adding cool shit onto it, like that bright gold-colored glass shelves and shit. That shit never. That's all in one piece. Ah, you motherfucker. Okay, sorry about that. This is where I have to be careful, you know, because I'm getting my shit back, but I'm getting back myself too. Start thinking clearer, remembering, and moving quicker, and yeah, but I gotta be careful, because that's when I hurt myself. That's you guys, but it's missing stuff. This thing, if I could work dead into it, maybe. Either way, I was telling myself, no way, that goes in the back. But now I'm kind of into this fucking thing. I got this groovy shit, and these groovy things here, like stuff like that. Yeah, I got a bunch of heavy fucking metal that's like, when's it ever gonna get used? But it's like the coolest shit I got. But I'm always holding on to it for something structural. Okay, I'm just babbling on because I'm buzzed on the bumbly. And I gotta carry this leftover coffee in. So have a good one, babies.